Hey, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy C-Doob here. We are about to embark on a journey that's new to you, not new to me, but it's new to you that it's not new to me. We're playing Mewgenics. Mewgenics is a game from Edmund Millen, the guy who made The Binding of Isaac. He didn't miss a shot. He didn't miss a thing when it comes to Mewgenics. This is by far my favorite roguelike I've ever played. Let's just jump right into it. You can see my first save. I already have 102 hours, which is kind of insane. But since this is a new journey, we are going to start a new save file in the yellow tube. This is my boy Dr. Beanies. So Dr. Beanies is the mad scientist that does all these experiments on cats, and he's pretty much the person that gives us our first cat and gives us the introduction into the game. Don't like reading, so we're gonna skip a lot of this. He gives us a choice of 3 cats, just like Pokemon. Choose 2, a boy and a girl. Trust me, you'll find out why later. All right, we got Clark. Let's just get Donna though. Okay, so now we have started the game. This is pretty much how the quests or journeys go here in Mewgenics. All right, how about you shut your ass up? I'm explaining to my peoples. All right, he wants me to move. All right, now I'm in melee range of this rat. This is your basic attack. You use your basic attack once per turn. Click attack and then hit them. There we go. Pretty much what Butch is doing right now. He's going over the basic, like HP, passive abilities, movements, what the abilities do, like the basic abilities. All right. And now that I'm in range, now I can use my basic attack, which is a range move. Now finish him off. Bang, bang, boom. After battle, your cats have a chance to level up. When they level up, they are given 4 options. Some of the options are going to be new abilities. They're going to be stat upgrades. They're going to be new passive abilities, things like that. So what makes these runs exciting, not only are there so many different passive abilities, active abilities, all sorts of other shit, there's also items. So right now we got a stick. I'm going to give Clark the stick. A stick is a weapon. You can use weapons, I think, every turn until they run out of uses or they break. All right, and this is Pebbles. So Pebbles is pretty much the introduction boss. So we're just gonna make quick work of Pebbles. I'll probably end up just cutting this to the end. All right, so we just beat Donnie or Lenny, or I don't know, whatever this cat was called. We just beat the intro boss, and now we are about to move on to our house. So now that we're back home, we get introduced to another NPC. This is Tink. Tink is a twink. Actually, I think the funniest NPC in the game. He basically is very, very important as well. He is going to be the person that gives you unlockable abilities, more or less, that allow for you to breed better cats or make better cats. He's explaining is once a cat gets finished with a run, they are put in retired status. Yeah. So you see, let's see, I think I can highlight him. So you see this little crown on top of Donna's head? Both her and Clark both have this crown. That means that they're retired cats who've completed a run and have made it back home. So this is the house. I'll kind of just give like a brief overview of what happens in the house. So the house is kind of the resting place for all of your cats. It's home base. It's the hub area. The house is very important. The house is important for storing cats, but also making better cats. One of the very important components of this game is making cats bang. Get together, make new cats, breed new cats, and those new cats are going to be the cats that go on future runs. So let's end the day, see what happens. All right, so Clark and Donna got together and made a new cat. So this cat is actually, this cat's a gooder. This is a good ass cat. Every day, you'll also run into stray cats. Stray cats sit outside, and these are the cats that you want to bring in every so often. You want to look for when it comes to stats. Obviously, the higher the better. So 6 strength, 6 dex, 6 intelligence, and 6 luck. The baseline for all of the cat stats is 5. This cat's not the greatest. It has 3 constitution, but we don't got too many options, so let's just throw Roger's ass in here. That you should have enough cats to go on another adventure. Go put them in the adventure box and get ready for a journey. So we'll throw Roger in here. Rin Kenobi, Fania. Throw Geeko in here. Now we are ready to go on an actual adventure, and we get to talk about collars. There's so much to this game, and that's what makes it so exciting. So collars are essentially the classes of the game. The starting 4 that we have: fighter, hunter, mage, and tank. Fighters give you strength, speed, but it takes away from 1 intelligence. We have hunter. Hunter's the range class, gives you dex, some luck, but it also takes away constitution and speed. Mage, obviously magic, pew pew, Harry Potter class, got intelligence, charisma, minus constitution and strength. And then we have the big buff tank, gives you 4 constitution, but it takes away from your intelligence and your dex. And it's important to pay attention to what cats you bring on an adventure, because when you're choosing classes, you also have to be mindful of what is going to be subtracted from their stats when you give them a collar. Okay, so Fania is kind of disgustingly busted, so we might do fighter here. For Geeko, I think we're gonna do tank. This looks like a mage, and then this looks like a hunter. 8 HP is a little spooky, but we just gotta go with the flow. Along with the collars, you also get class-based passives and starting abilities. So the mage gets Learn From Me and Magic Missile. And then we have Quiver and Bait Trap for the hunter, Merciless, Spin for the fighter, and then Thunder Thighs and Chew for the tank. We don't have any other gear, so let's get it started. This is gonna be the first kind of level in Act 1. And now you see the similar pathway, right? We have the battle, events, items, different things along this level. What I'm gonna do is most likely I'll just kind of stick to the unique fights, but I'll show you guys this first one to kind of give you an idea of what the actual gameplay looks like. Let's start off, let's move our fighter over here and just start one-shotting stuff. Let's go behind him. When you deal 10 or more damage, gain +2 and refresh your movement action. That's really nice. Let's go back here. Clunk. I'm gonna magic missile him. I'm gonna go over here. Kill this cat. Can we kill the bird? We can't actually kill the bird. Hold on. I'm about to do something nasty. Alright, so I killed the bird because anytime there's just like a random bird on the map, you kill the bird, it gives you all stats up, and it also gives you an item to use. We're gonna kill this thing. I did a whole bunch of damage, that's why he exploded. It's also good to understand your enemy's range. You right click on top of an enemy, you can see the green tiles are the tiles that they can move in, and the red tiles are the tiles they can attack in. All right, so now we're just gonna finish this guy off. Nice little lob shot. And there you go, that's 1 level. We did it in 2 rounds, and so at the end of each level, you get some coins, you get some food, and sometimes you'll get an item as well. All right, let's do uppercut, because that just sounds hilarious. We came out with the top hat from killing the bird, and we have a big bucket of lard from that first level right there. Okay. These little question marks on the map, they basically take you to random or special events. And these are more of like a kind of like D&D dice roll type thing. So depending on your stats, you have a higher likelihood of getting a certain outcome. We're gonna do examine here because I got 6 intelligence, and everything else might get me screwed. All right, we got a snaggletooth, we got another item. Anytime you run into a special event like that, some are stat checks, some will literally just kill you, and some will leave long-lasting effects throughout an area or a level. Oh god. So this is the first mini boss, Fenrir. Fenrir is an asshole. The very unique thing about the mini bosses of each the areas within Mewgenics, they all represent a class. They all represent the different collars. So Fenrir is a hunter. What Fenrir does is he pretty much just he runs around in this tall grass and he just throws traps. He throws traps and he tries to spit on you from range. I had a fight with Fenrir where I literally got him to kill himself with his own traps. Okay. Ready? Oh, he missed me. Here's one funny thing about the tall grass. I hover over it right now. You see tall grass tile, 50% dodge chance of things standing in this. It's very important to pay attention to like environmental factors too, because there are things that interact with each other or combo that you wouldn't really think of. So now Fenrir, I think, has pretty much boxed himself into a corner. I think we're just gonna finish him off with magic missiles. Oh, well, there goes Roger. When a cat gets downed, they get an injury. The injury will lower their stats depending on where it is. If a cat gets a concussion, they lose 1 intelligence. Things like that. I don't know what Roger just got, but my boy got hurt. I don't know. We're gonna have to assess his damage after we are finished whooping on Fenrir. Should be 1 more magic missile. There we go. So as you can see, Fenrir kind of sucks. Dash 3 tiles, inflict bruise, throw what you hit towards your original tile. Okay, that's kind of cool actually. So as you can see, Roger, he got a concussion, so he lost 1 intelligence. All right, so now we're here at the first boss of the first area. This is Radical Rat. If you let him kind of have his way, he can kind of diddle you. The second time I ran into Radical Rat, I absolutely got destroyed. He was comboing me with his fucking shenanigans. So as you see, he threw a bomb, right? What you're supposed to do, take out the bomb. The hell? You take out the bomb, and what that does is that prevents it from obviously exploding, but it also prevents the explosion from spreading fire. If the explosion spreads fire, it makes it easier for him to set off more bombs. So yeah, taking out these bombs are like the #1 priority. I think I can yeah, let's roll into him. Ooh, that's good damage right there. Okay. Ooh, okay. So as long as you got kind of like zone control of this guy, you're stopping him from having his way, he's not bad. Oh, nice, nice. Wait, I can roll. There we go. Get that out of here. And bam. Okay. There we go. And that's Radical Rat. That was the first boss. Very easy, but can be tricky if you let him kind of just throw those bombs around. Now, that is our first run complete. The stout students came home with a good chunk of change, too. And we can now go to the sewers. So like I mentioned before, after you're finished with a run, you get to bring home whatever items you brought back as well. I think I'm gonna, yeah, just swap those two. All right, just throw them all together. We will end the day. All right, so here's the creepy guy. I think his name is Frank. Frank is very, very important because, like I mentioned at the very beginning, your house, the hub in managing your house and managing your cats is one of the most important things in this game. And Frank helps you do that by expanding your house. So he tells you you want to send a cat to Frank. He likes retired cats. Yeah, let's send Geeko. We're sending Geeko to Frank. So now that we sent Geeko to Frank, he has given us another room. Before we check, let's go to Butch. He got something to tell us. A new collar. This is Butch's role in this whole thing as well. Butch is the person that's going to tell you when you've unlocked a new class. So now we just got the cleric in here, and then we'll end the day one more time. Okay, what you guys just saw is a cat fight. What happened is because we had so many cats, these numbers on the side, the first one being Comfort dropped too low And so the cats started fighting each other. As a part of the cat fight too, the cat that killed him actually gained +1 to Constitution. Let's bring little Peanut Head in here. How I like to separate the cats early on, I'd say the cats that I want to breed are going to be down here in this big room. And then the cats that are like kittens or are battle ready, I'll throw up here. Okay, so this is obvious fighter play. This is obvious tank play. This is obvious hunter play. And this is gonna be the cleric. Okay, so now we have items. None of them I think are that good for us right now, except maybe the helmet. Okay, we'll throw the helmet on. Give that to you, and let's lock in. This is the second run here in the alley. We did just unlock the sewers, so we are gonna try to make it there on this run. All right, there we go. All right, so this is now the other mini boss of this area. Fenrir was a hunter and Magnus is a fighter. And Magnus's special ability is a chaining dash attack, so he runs at you, spins, and then he can just dash. I don't know what the pattern is, but he could just go crazy and just start dashing everywhere. We're kind of gonna try to hit a little rectangular formation on Magnus, and also stay like out of his line of sight. Do this. You start doing something dastardly to him. There we go. Now he can't move. That was a chain dash. Alright, bam, and then we go back to the grass where it's safe and warm. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, we about to turn up. Hey, hey, there we go. I think he can still hit that rock. Oh, he couldn't. If he does this, he could like turn around and start just slamming and jamming. So let me do this. Oh, that was disgusting. Can I get behind him? Can I pull up on him? I can. Hold on. Punch. Ooh. Yeah. Stupid. Bleh. Okay, now he's dead. Nice. Okay. Easy, easy Magnus. They can be. Oh, I got gastritis. So along with positive like passive abilities, there's also disorders. Because I ate those like that random pile of meat and sludge or whatever, I now have gastritis. So that means at the end of my turn, I fart and poison all adjacent units. Normally what I take from the shop, so the shop, depending on what area you're in, is between like 3 to 6 items. Normally early on what I'll take from the shop is a rare candy. This is how it works in Pokemon, just levels up one of your cats. So free level up for my fighter. Basic attack inflicts bruise. Okay, I feel like this is always worth it. Skull crack. What bruise does is when an enemy gets bruised, they take additional physical damage. So like it just kind of like stacks on itself when it comes to having bruise on a fighter. So now when I hit something with my basic attack, the next time that I hit them with a physical move, they'll take more damage. So we got Radical Rat back here, and we're about to absolutely pants this clown. Trying to bait him over. What I'm doing here right now, this is me like pressing control. When I press control, you get like a tactical view of the ground. I get to see like what tiles my basic attack will hit, how far I can move, who's friendly, who's an enemy. So I'm gonna move over here so that I can attack this bomb. And I'm gonna turn on sentry mode just in case he wants to make a foolish maneuver across the way, across the riverbed, around the pond. Ooh. We set him up like that. See what I just did there? We set him up like that. Yeah, there we go. All right. So like I said, you don't want him to throw it in the fire or else they just explode. I'm about to light his bitch ass on fire. And we're gonna do it again. All right, now he's bruised. He has 8 fire stacks, and I just shit on him too. Hit him with one of them, the wing, the ding dang, the banu, the wing dang dang, the wing dang, the wing dang chicken wing, you know. There we go. All right, so now we are gonna adventure into the second area of Act 1, the sewers. What's good, YouTube? Had to cut the video a little short, so here's some post commentary. If you enjoyed part 1 of the Mewgenics playthrough, please slam that motherfucking like button and consider subscribing. That would help your boy out greatly. Part 2 coming very, very soon.